your chaotic fix.
Okay, this is it. This is Shingles, Shenanigans, and the Damaged Diaries. Siblings Edition.
Mickey, I like the name.
You like it?
I didn't know what the finalization was.
I had to keep it secret for a while.
I didn't know what was decided at the very end there.
Yeah. I opened it up for a little bit of criticism, but
Shingles, Shenanigans, and what?
the Damaged Diaries.
And the Damaged
Diaries. Wow, I like it. That's a good one.
Frank,
Good.
how do you think you're going to go over there, buddy? You need to make your move.
He has his own seat.
All right, so we're doing this as a family, kicking it off, our family business as a podcast, because why not? I'm personally not an outsider, but coming from the outside in, I find you all to be very entertaining. And I think I've spent like the last 10 years just listening to all the stories, being like, wow, okay. Just because you guys all grew up together building this business, and you guys have some of the craziest stories, and I thought that they absolutely needed to be shared. So, hold nothing back, because I think it should be just like you guys talk at home. And I'm just going to ask you guys some questions, mostly because I know some of the answers, and I think it's hilarious, but I think the stories need to be told. So, talk about some of the earliest memories you guys have in the business.
Oh, goodness.
Is this a bad time to talk about the time Dad shot me with the nail gun?
Yes, yes.
I'm serious right now. Let's not talk about that. That's not.
I guess I should take this back. We should introduce you guys first of all.
okay, yeah.
Minor details.
Yeah, I am Chrissy Belk, married to Andrew, the baby of the family.
I am formerly Crystal Belk, now Crystal Schultz, the middle child.
I hope I represent well.
I am April Victorson, and I am the oldest child.
I'm Andrew Belk, the youngest.
The baby of the family.
The baby. Okay, sorry, I interrupted you. So what are some of your earliest memories of the business?
Well, I remember the first time that I was ever asked to pick up shingles. Mom gave me a trash bag and goes, Crystal, go pick up some shingles around the yard. And I was like thinking how horrible it was and that I would never want to do it again. And little did I know that that was the start of a very long life of picking up shingles.
Some 30-something years later.
Yeah.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
9.
Yeah, there's been I used to always, I hated getting dirty. And this was the family life that my family chose, is getting dirty.
Yeah.
So I would literally, if we were to go and leave or whatever, I'd always bring soap with me and extra clothes and everything with me at all times, because I always had to change out of things. And being no one in public could see me be dirty and stuff like that, because it was just that drove me
because we
crazy.
were blow your nose black dirty.
I was just happy to get paid finally.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good time to bring up the $2 a truckload for shingles.
I think we got up to $2.50 a truckload at one point.
A lot of forced labor.
Yeah.
But I've said this before, and people were like, you should not be talking about child labor on this. I was like, it was the 80s, so I'm pretty sure it was allowed, right?
They were all
it was a
happy
whole
for
different
you,
time
yelling
than
at
than it
you.
is now.
Raise your hand if you get paid now.
Sometimes.
We all get paid. We all get paid.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I do remember asking Mom and Dad, though, if people cared about that or what people thought, because once I got older, I got to thinking about it. I was like, what did people think when you showed up on the job site with you're the roofer and your wife and kids? Kind of thought that was a crazy situation, but they said that people liked it.
They always thought it was really great. There was never any bad backlash or anything from it, that people were like, oh wow.
No, they're happy for it.
That they were like, wow, that was really nice to see kids actually working and doing what we were supposed to be doing.
Okay, but at the youngest, how old was Andrew?
4, 3.
That's an exaggeration.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I had a full-time job. I was 3. Yes.
He did not. I am here to
He would have been 8.
They legitimately put me up
8,
in the roof and
9. Well, you might have been when you were a little kid, but you weren't working at that age.
I was sleeping.
You're the baby of the family. You always got out of everything. Who are we talking about here?
I was sleeping in a valley in a car seat.
Oh, goodness. He's so full of crap.
That's true.
No.
Mom will vouch
This is
for that
okay.
one.
This is why I love these stories, and I'm gonna
It's
bring up the
true.
next one where none
This
of you
is
can
all
agree.
before the internet. So.
Yeah.
All before the internet.
There's this one time I used to play. We were playing. I had this little bottle, 20-ounce bottle of water or pop. I was just throwing it, and somehow I threw it and hit my dad in the back of the head. He was pissed. He was very unhappy with me for a while. It was pure accident, but he didn't.
Was he on the roof when that happened?
Yes.
Oh,
Way to go. Way to go.
I was on the ground.
No, I remember always hating the ladder. The ladder was always I was always petrified of the ladder, and here my family is who chose this roofing business, and you would have to carry stuff up or bring stuff up like a roofing knife.
Yeah.
okay, but
Whatever.
Bundles of shingles.
But-
Okay,
and
we were
then,
carrying up bundles of shingles at the age
bringing
of
up-
12.
and you would have to bring stuff up, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I can do this. I can do this. I can get up the ladder. I can get up the ladder. And it was even getting down. Getting down, I was like, it took me 15 minutes to get down a ladder. It was awful.
okay, but the story I'm really dying for you guys to tell
Oh,
is the
goodness.
one where your parents were at a customer's house. I don't know if they were doing an estimate or something, when you guys were in the car and you were on a hill and you convinced Andrew
Oh, I know where the story's going. So
to hit the
all right,
shifter.
let me give a little backstory. So my parents were at a house, and they would always bring us with them everywhere we went.
Everywhere.
So we would always have to be in the truck together and everything. And
Hashtag family business.
so we were sitting in the truck, and they're inside, and we are in the truck just messing around, and they left the truck on, and I don't know why, but
Probably for AC.
it's probably for AC because it was they were given a job, estimating a job was probably a warmer day. So we were in the truck and just messing around, and we had convinced our brother to go into the front seat and just hit the shifter and make it so we could drive. And little did we know, he put us in reverse, and we're kind of up on a hill type situation. And I remember this part. There was a cemetery behind us, and here we are. We had convinced Andrew to do this, and here Andrew is, and then all of a sudden my parents look out the window and see their truck rolling down the hill, headed towards the cemetery. We literally stopped traffic. Thankfully, somebody got out of their vehicle and ran to our vehicle, jumped into our truck, and made it so we didn't crash and, get into an accident or anything. But yeah,
I don't
so
remember much.
we convinced our brother that he thought we were like, just get in the front seat. It's gonna be okay. It's just do it, Andrew. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
I was 4.
I think there's a discrepancy in this story. I think Andrew did it on his own.
4 years old.
You were young.
You probably thought you were going to drive it. You probably thought it was a Tonka
we
truck.
were young. I maybe was
Again, the
10 or
80s.
11.
It's fine.
We were young. We were definitely going, oh goodness, what a ridiculous.
Job site shenanigans.
Oh, the things we do.
I just do the Bobcat all the time too.
Mm-hmm. See?
Yeah.
On his own.
I think it's also important to talk about the dynamic of working together and what that kind of looks like. Be as open as you want to be here.
Of working together?
Yeah, the dynamic.
Ultimately, it wasn't that bad working together. I mean, I remember it was kind of fun. A lot of times we took breaks and we always had snacks and a big thing of lemonade. And
once you got stuff picked up,
we'd bring games with us and different things, and
you go play somewhere.
we'd bring activities and stuff for us to play with. And
we
stuff
traveled
like
a lot.
Remember when it would be really hot days? We'd bring our own fans so we could plug them in, so we could have fans rolling while you're on the job site.
We used to go to the zoo a lot when downtown.
I would say as kids we always got along really, really well together.
Mm-hmm.
We always played well together. We always we made the most of it. When we used our imaginations and just made up our own games.
We were drawing around, doing something.
Always.
Yeah. And we had to work, but once that was done, then we just kind of got to play.
We were good to go.
We were good to go, and we would just play and just have a fun time.
What can you say are some of the biggest skills that you've picked up from childhood until now, solely being a family business and growing up in a family business? What's one of the number one skills that you pride yourself on? Because I know from coming from a super quiet, I kind of just like did what I was told. I learned more entrepreneurship later, but once I joined into your family, I was like, oh wow, okay, so I'm gonna speak up more often.
Skills. So what skills were like talking you're talking about? Like
I mean, in general, like what skill like do you feel like clearly you're rather skilled in negotiations. Let's be straightforward. For you, I'm just
I know how to use a nail gun. Are you trying to say that?
To this day, I
that
would
a
never
skill?
step on anything sharp and it go into my foot. As a child,
That's true.
I've stepped on so many nails
So many
and
nails.
never
So
went
many.
into my
So
foot.
many nails.
And I just, to this day, I can't believe that people would let something go through their foot. It's like you can obviously feel it and you stop walking.
Now, if you jump onto
Caution.
something, it stops. It doesn't happen.
Crystal's
It
going
just-
with caution as her favorite skill.
Well, it is a life skill to this day. I think about it. I'm like, wow, since a child, I've not stepped on nails. What is, I mean, I think that we all learned about hard work.
Definitely.
You learn how to stay alive.
Yeah, you learn.
Not
that
to give up.
sometimes you have to do what you gotta do.
Not to give up, because there was some times that weren't always easy all the time. So like it was, I mean, a family business. I mean, you just a startup. I mean, there was hard times in our family.
Well, I don't even
And
think
so,
just the startup. Like I've seen.
But I'm
you
just
guys-
like, even, yeah, later on. I mean, but it's just like you just don't give up. You just you figure out a way. You make it happen, and you make it work. You don't like hide from your problems. You drive ahead and figure out. This is our problem. We need to find a solution. What are we going to do to fix it? And let's do it.
Absolutely. You guys are like the grittiest people I've ever met.
Grit.
Like you guys have walked through so many things, like
Just like
Andrew's
lions.
cancer.
Just like Detroit Lions.
They're still Lions fans to this day.
Grit.
That's
Oh.
not grit. I don't know what it is.
True facts right there.
So current roles in the business, Andrew.
I do sales and sales manager.
Yeah.
I am actually on our restoration side of things, and I am now the brand ambassador.
I am a marketing specialist.
Yes, and I am right there with you in marketing. So, it's a very different role than being on the roof or in someone's yard. Are you guys grateful for that?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, I'm still on roofs and people's yards, so
As soon as I could figure out how to get.
I'm just
on
not
the roof,
doing. Yes,
I
I
did.
would not want to do roofs.
No, it's a hard job,
Personally.
and it is not for the weak. That is for sure.
How long were you on roofs, Andrew?
I don't know since I was 3, so
Okay, that is. Such
I know, but like
that is not
36.
true.
you were a crew leader for how long?
36 years.
Oh my gosh.
Physical,
People, this is so not
physical, very physical labor.
Very, very
for how
physical
long?
labor, and it was.
Wow,
there's
since
some
12?
there were some very, very hot days.
No,
That's for
it
sure.
was since you were 8.
I would say probably 8, 9. I feel like that.
12 was just like when I
that's-
started
I
getting
know
paid.
I was 9, but
Yeah.
so Andrew would have been 8.
and then-
12 is when I started getting paid.
Yes, because
That's why I count that.
that candy money was so needed.
It's still different then. I was 12, I was more. When I was 5, it was candy money. When I was 12, it was not candy money.
Oh yeah, because you were paying the bills.
Okay, so one of the themes of this whole entire podcast that I think we need to talk about now, which I find so fascinating. So my background, being a teacher, teaching English, teaching all those things, storytelling is one of my favorite things ever. And so when everyone's like, oh, you're going to do a roofing podcast, I was like, yeah, I don't have it in me to tell you how to do a roof, but I can get all the good stories. So I don't know if you guys had the chance to think about one of the craziest job sites or one of like the biggest fails and kind of like talk about that or something along those lines. I don't know if that interests you at all, but I know of some good ones that you guys have talked about in the past.
Like biggest fails?
Yeah, what's one you...
So, I have tons of them.
You've learned a lot. That's what a lot of professionals like to say. Experience...
I learned a lot and I got lucky a lot.
Okay.
And I also broke some things on the way. We had these. My dad used to instead of getting delivered shingles, we'd go pick them up. And he had this dump trailer. It was our first dump trailer we had. And they're all in the front. And I was just wanting to be lazy and not go move. I want them to slide back. So I just wanted I thought I could just lift the trailer up, and all these shingles just slide slowly to the back, and I could stop it. I'm like, I can just raise it up, raise it back down. Everybody thought it was a great idea at first, and then I did it. And then we realized once it started to slide, it didn't stop sliding. And it just blew out the backside of this dump trailer, just blew it all right out. And we had to use it, and we were all trying to bend this thing back together. And it's still bent to this day.
Like the tailgate?
Oh yeah, we blew
Is
it.
that the original, that little trailer that we
I
had?
just blew it right out.
Oh my goodness.
I took all this weight and just shoved it right out the back.
And it was newer at the time, of course.
Oh, it was new then.
That's exactly how it works, right?
So
It wasn't new after that.
we used to have to
we had
put
to weld
all
the crap out of it.
So all of our shingles and stuff, we used to load them into the back of our pickup truck. There wasn't, like, we didn't have all these fancy dump trailers that we have now. So I remember when we got the first trailer, like, dump trailer that we got, we were, like, ecstatic. That was such a big deal for our family. And we actually have it to this day, and we will always keep it. I mean, that thing will, it's like rusting and everything else, but we're like, it is tried and true. We will fix it. We don't care. It just has the sentimental value to that trailer is just there for our family, so we will never get rid of it. But I remember when we got that was huge for us, because it used to all get, like, we'd have to, like, put up, like, planks and stuff and roll wheelbarrows up into the truck, or have to literally hand it over into the vehicle to get all the shingles and stuff into it. So
Yeah.
when we got that dump trailer, oh my goodness, that was like one of the biggest days.
Because we had already hand shoveled everything into the truck, and then now we were hand shoveling it out.
So I broke it pretty quickly.
He did. It was a great idea for like half a minute.
Yeah, I did that.
And then I don't know if any of you have ever been to the dump, but it doesn't smell great, so you don't really want to be there that long.
The dump.
Oh, the dump.
Went there recently, and I was like, smells like my childhood.
I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but it does have a funky smell, and
The floor is like grease.
it's just it's like super slippery.
It definitely, I have learned, though, that, like, fails in business are very expensive.
Yeah.
Well, should we talk about the time that the guys tore the roof off the wrong house?
They definitely did that.
Back in the day?
It's very important to get the addresses totally correct.
They said it was a situation where
was such an awkward situation. They
often get each other's mail.
It was bad. Luckily, I was in Tennessee.
What had
at the
happened?
time.
But the names, like their
It was
first names were the
50
exact same too.
50
Really?
And it was a matter of
Lafayette.
it was like in southeast and
northeast
situation.
And we had to be at 50 Lafayette southeast. And it gets bad. So we did they're doing the one, and the guy's like, "Where you guys at?" We're like, aren't we there? And he's like, no, you don't see him. I'm standing outside. I don't see anybody. And they were like, oh my gosh. So we figured it out real fast.
Real fast.
Problem was, the place that we were working at, well, I wasn't there, but make sure we all know that. Well, it's not me. That they were renters, so they didn't know any better.
Oh my goodness.
And it needed a roof. It was old as
like
dirt.
The perfect storm.
It was a perfect storm.
It's always the
It
perfect
was a perfect storm. Their
Yeah.
names were the same. The homeowners' names were.
That wasn't home. It was Lafayette, north south. That's all it took for us.
It's
Right,
just
but
the
even
address.
but the owners, but the house of both names both of them were like Jeff or something. It was like it was eerie similar. It was just like what are the
Problem
odds of
was,
this situation?
yeah.
It was that was a bad.
We pretty much
day.
did one roof for free and one next to free.
Yeah.
That was
Or
a bad day.
or try to get even. It was bad. Oh, it was not a good day.
I mean, it was
It
good.
does happen.
It was really good for them, but it was bad for us.
It made it show you that northeast and southeast is really important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super important to have
And
on.
We made a lot of changes after that.
Super important.
I remember about 5 years ago, there was a situation. It was actually my first job that I sold. And the woman's last name was Green. And she was, I had 2 customers on that road. One was kind of across the street, but kitty corner down a little ways. And that customer was getting green shingles. And her last name was Green. And so somehow we were about halfway through the shingling the job, and she comes home and realizes that her roof is green, and she was supposed to get Shenandoah, and so the
It's
whole
more
roof
like a
was
brown.
being
Which is more
being done in the wrong
It's like
color.
the smallest of things. Like, okay.
And I was
more
like,
to
wow,
refine.
no, her neighbor was supposed to get green, and her last name is Green, and I think it just kind of got confused. And then the worst thing was it was going to rain, so they couldn't even stop. They had to finish doing it all in green and then come back and redo it.
She got a nice discount.
Well, she didn't get a discount. She just...
Yeah.
like, there's just so much
Got the
room
color she
for
wanted.
human error. And it's just, you think about the smallest human error, and you're like, oh, okay, it's going to be a day.
Yeah. Stuff just happens.
It does just happen.
It just happen.
It's not like we can't really blame anybody. Like, we've all made mistakes, so it's just got to move on and fix it.
I mean, you figure, like, estimates usually, like, Dad would give the estimate, and Mom is literally right by him writing it up.
Yeah.
Like, it was on pen and paper, and you had, like...
Well, it's
come up with
easier when it's just
and they had the
coupled.
whole carbon copy type situation,
Yeah.
and they were white, pink, and yellow.
It's
And,
so different now.
Like,
When things got bigger, it's
so
Yeah.
different.
It's just, there's going to be an error sooner or later.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
But I think, and this is like the grit part, and I think this is also like one of the things that I think your dad has talked about so much and doing well, is that no matter what the error is, like, we're gonna fix it, and it's not gonna be at anyone else's cost but our own mistake.
Right.
He
Yeah.
has done very well.
And I
with
think that that's
Absolutely.
like so huge for anyone going into business to know, is like, if you make the error, you have to make it right. Like, there's
Yeah,
like
for
it's
sure.
no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, that's your job, part of your job.
One of his biggest values, obviously, is also, for him, is integrity and just honesty. Is just making sure that we do things, we do things the right way, and that we're that people understand we really are an honest company. We make mistakes just like everybody else does, and we're human. But, we do try to make things right and to do what we can do to make it better.
And I think that that's kind of also in the differences when it's like actually your name.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
that's your name. So like, if you're out in public, you know what I mean? Like, that's your name. That's your actual name.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's just something that's
I would
so
say that
huge.
probably is the biggest skill that we all learned, is honesty and integrity from being in business together, because our dad would never let us cut
Things
corners
go
or not do
wrong.
things correctly. And we all always got
It's
the
just
most,
how you fix it.
in the most trouble for lying. And like, it was like a rule in our house that you couldn't steal anything. If it was like money on the counter, like, you could not take it if it wasn't yours.
It just, honesty is definitely, just being true. And then, we grew up in a Christian household. So, just our values with God and everything else, and just staying true to Him. So, I think that was always that's always been a big foundation in our household.
Okay, like when we're almost wrapping up here, so like on a scale of 1 to 10, how crazy is it that all of our kids are now working with us?
I honestly, all right, a little back. So I have
So
three
really,
kids.
just April's family works.
That's true.
Mine-
That's fair.
Ours they do in squat.
I don't know.
I've
He
gotten
works.
your son to work with me.
He works. He doesn't like it, but
So
he's,
I have all the older ones. So my kids are 21, 18, and 15. And all of mine do work for everything, work for this company. So they, I love it that we're headed into third generation. I think it just speaks a lot for us and our, how far we've come as a family, and that, even our kids are wanting to be a part of that. And they see that, that this generation, it's, something to also have value and have, that this is something that we've all built, and they just want to be a part of it. They all could have chosen to go to college or do whatever they wanted. And that was completely always their decision. And they're like, no, we don't have to. They're like, we want to be a part of this. We know that there's already something set up for us, and that we can just, we can continue on the legacy of our family. So I think it's pretty cool.
it's cool. It's also crazy. Like,
It's nuts. They're like,
we work together. We celebrate things
It's like
together.
everybody
we vacation together.
Together.
Things get a little intense.
Get together for every holiday, every birthday,
every holiday, everything. I think it's funny.
There's now
Like,
16 of us.
I feel like people ask, like, do you ever get fired? And I was like, yeah, sure. I just come back to work the next day, but sure, I get fired.
Andrew's probably been fired the most. Let's do that. Who's been fired the most out of
Oh,
the three of
definitely.
you?
Andrew,
I have
definitely.
no clue. So
I
many
have never been
times.
fired, I'd like to say.
I think I may have been fired once.
Okay, let's reverse it now. Who's quit the most?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably quit at least once or twice. So that
You can't fire me, I quit.
I quit.
I just don't fit in.
Quit.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I really appreciate you guys humoring me and being the first guest on this podcast, Shingles, Shenanigans, and the Damaged Diaries, which is going to be a combination of roofing stories, family stories, madness, chaos, how it got fixed, and we're going to be bringing in our other side, which is now our restoration company as well. So there's a lot to come, a lot of stories, a lot of fails, how there's redemption in failure.
Absolutely.
All the hard stuff, all the good stuff, and all the funny stuff, clearly. So any last words, anything else you guys have that you want to say?
No,
No, I don't think so.
All right.
so.
Wow. Thanks, guys.
So much.
Best in-laws ever. This episode is brought to you by Melvin Belk Roofing, your trusted local roofing experts right here in West Michigan. Whether you're dealing with storm damage, a mysterious leak, or it's just time for a new roof, Melvin Belk Roofing has you covered, literally. They've been serving the Grand Rapids area since 1983 with honest quotes, high-quality materials, and a team that goes the extra mile. So if your roof is looking rough, don't wait for it to become an emergency. Visit melvinbelkroofing.com to schedule your free estimate today. That's melvinbelkroofing.com. Roofing you can trust from people who care.